To get a wastegate welded onto the exhaust, I first have to get a boost source that won't see vacuum. So at the moment you can see that block on the back. You can also see that vacuum line running down to the blow off valve. They all see positive pressure and they also see vacuum. I don't want the wastegate to see vacuum because it's possible that it can split the diaphragm. So what my plan is I've currently got this aluminium coupler here that has got the air temperature sensor in it, you can just see. So I'm also going to remove this, fit a stainless steel piece of pipe, weld on a bung to fit this on, and also weld on a bung to have a barb for boost pressure. So when we have positive pressure coming through here from the supercharger, it'll go through down there, through the intercooler, which is just there, out the other side of the intercooler, up here, and then the reference vacuum line, the hose barb that I'll have on here, will then go to the wastegate, which will be underneath the car on the exhaust. So that's what I basically need to do. So I'm going to get cracking. I've got 2.5 inch stainless steel pipework. I'm going to drill the holes in it, and I'm going to weld on some stainless fittings, and we'll show that process. So these are bits we're going to use. So there's a 1/2 inch BSP fitting that I'm going to weld on, and then obviously the vacuum port will screw into there, and then also a M12 nut, which 1.5, which will accept the air temperature sensor. So next I've just got to drill holes . So what we can do now, as you can see there, I've just welded a bead around that edge just to hold it on. You can see the fittings on there. So I'm just going to give this a tidy up on the bench grinder. giving that a quick tidy up, and I'm just going to use a wire brush now just to polish the stainless up and get those welds looking a lot better than what they currently do. So there we go. Not perfect, but I mean, not bad. Obviously that bead there is pretty awful. Like I said, I'm not a welder. This is literally just got to hold the air intake temperature sensor, and then it's got to support this here. So as long as they don't leak, which I don't think they will do, there's a few pinholes, but nothing major, and it's pretty solid. I can't see any daylight for any of the fittings, so all I've got to do now is clean out some of the swarf in there. Hopefully you can see it on the edges with a file, and then I'll give it a good wash out. If I'm ever sealing fittings like this, so obviously if this doesn't seal on the thread, I'll get a boost leak. I use this Loctite 577, use it in work all the time. It's a pipe sealant, and so just a tiny bit around the middle of the threads, and then I just normally get the lid, spread it around, and it's just a case of doing it up. There we go. The fitting is on. Sealant will go off. You normally give it a couple of hours. Giving this a wash on the inside, got rid of any of the loose burrs and any of the dirt from the welding process, and just a case of bolting it up. So just got to remove this sensor, which pushes out quite easily. Can undo that now once I get these hose clamps loose. And just use a thin jawed adjustable spanner on here. Give that all a pull, that one a twist, and there we go. That's out. What I'll do is I'll put the new fitting in. Bit of probably brute force and ignorance to get that where I want. There we go. And that looks good. Got plenty of hose in there. And then it's just a case of tightening these clips back up. Obviously if my welding was really poor, me pulling on that fitting that I welded on would snap it off, and it hasn't done, so I think we're good. I've only recently got the welder, bought it about 6 months ago. I've got a TIG welder, never been particularly good at TIG welding, so there goes my phone. So I thought I'd get a MIG welder and see how I get on. I've never done MIG welding. The Artec one I bought, bloody great bit of kit. And there you can see the finished article. When I have the wastegate welded on, the vacuum port will connect onto there, and I'll run that underneath the car to the wastegate, which will act like the bypass valve for the exhaust, and we're pretty much done. So yeah, not too bad a job. I think it's come out reasonably well. I don't think I'll have any problems with this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's been quite long-winded. I just thought it's something a bit different from the usual stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe for more.